What up, Laker Nation? Oh my goodness, did we just escape the most embarrassing potential loss of the season, man? We almost lost to the Memphis Grizzlies. That would have been horrible. But thank God for Kyle Kuzma, and thank God the coaching staff decided to show up today. They actually did what I was hoping they would have done a couple of games back, man. Kyle Kuzma showed up. This is why I keep saying I don't understand why coaching staff doesn't draw plays for him. But thank God they did tonight. They went to him and they let him close out the game. Julius Randle had a monster game as well. Lonzo Ball actually played a lot better. Almost had himself a triple double. It was like a couple of rebounds away. But we get our 32nd win, man. This is huge, guys, because we can finally get them winning vibes going again, and just Kuzma, man. Kuzma's special, guys. I keep saying it. There's a reason he's my favorite young Laker. He just has that clutch gene, that killer in him. He's not afraid of the moment on the road. When we needed him the most, this was a tough, grinded out game. It was very much to the Memphis Grizzlies pace. They slowed us down. They bumped us. They bruised us. Poor Julius Randle couldn't get a call. He couldn't buy a call. I don't know what's up with that, but we're going to have to look into that, NBA. But Kuz is just spectacular, man. I'm telling you. This is why I was complaining last video that why don't we go to Kuzma more in the fourth quarter? I mean, the guy could play make. You saw the play where he dished it down low to Julius Randle. He was doing screen and rolls with Brook Lopez where he got some good looks, and he was hitting big shots off the dribble and catch and shoot, man. I'm telling you, it was an ugly win. However, we won, and just like Stu says, no win is ugly as long as you win. But yes, I was getting depressed. I thought we were going to lose at one point because we couldn't get over the hump. Memphis was just controlling the pace, the tempo. The refs weren't giving us many calls, and they were bumping and bruising us, and just it was a grinded out game in the grindhouse, right? But that's the type of tough team Memphis is, even though their record doesn't speak for it. Marc Gasol and all these guys, they're tough down low. So, shout out to Julius for having another double-double, another great game for him. Yeah, Zoe definitely has to work on his free throws. I agree with that, man, because he could lose to some games if he doesn't improve there. He cannot be a 40-something% free throw shooter, but I think he'll be fine. But Kuzma, man, player of the game, definitely. 25 points. He took over in that fourth quarter. Absolutely phenomenal. Okay, he went 4 for 10 from beyond the arc. He had 10 rebounds, 3 assists. Julius Randle, 20 points, 11 rebounds. Brook Lopez didn't really show up tonight, but it's okay. Kentavious Caldwell Pope has been he's been hooping. He's been shooting pretty good lately. He had 18 points. He hit 4 3-pointers, and 5 rebounds. Lonzo Ball, like I said, every night he's a triple-double threat. Much better game for him. He actually attacked the rim on a couple of plays. Still, I see him very tentative sometimes. The lane opens up, and he doesn't see that. So he needs to make better, on-court decisions for a point guard, especially an athletic one like himself. But the effort was there for him today. He was rebounding, playing defense. He's been leading the league in steals this last month, so he's been very active. That's something he doesn't get enough praise for. I know his jumper's still not falling, but you know what? He hit one mid-range jumper. He had a couple of layups. He playmate. He mixed it up a little bit more. He didn't settle too much for threes. He started off the game looking like he was going to settle, but he went away from that when the shots weren't falling. So I commend him on that. Good game for him today. Still got to hit his free throws, though. And Tyler Ennis actually logged in some good minutes as well as Travis Ware. I'm so glad we kept Travis Ware, by the way. Congratulations to Travis Ware. He got the record for the rest of the season. So, good on that. But I'm happy, man. I didn't get a new camera. Actually, this is the same camera I've had. I paid $150 for it. It's a Logitech 1080p webcam. However, I guess YouTube upgraded their service, and now you're able to see the full capability of the cam. So I'm happy, guys, because I get to come to you guys with a clearer picture. But oh man, just happy, guys. I'll go to the comment section. I know I flooded it with my talk, but I'm excited because I've been so happy with Kuzma. He's been closing out probably more games than even Brandon Ingram this year for us. But even though Brandon is just as crucial, I just love he's just a fourth quarter guy, Kyle Kuzma, man. And it's crazy to think that we haven't went to him as much down during the fourth quarter. Like I said, he's a triple threat type player. Take off the dribble. He could play make. He could shoot over you. He could finish at the basket. He could do it all, man. So I'm telling you guys, man, I'm happy that Luke finally drew up some plays and let him go to work. That's, again, some people don't understand why I'm critical of Luke, but this is why, because we have the potential to win these type of games as long as the coaching staff puts us in that position. That's all we need, man. But I'm hyped. I'll go ahead and read some comments now. If I didn't read your comment before, I'm not going to scroll up, man. There's too many people in the chat right now. I'm just copy it and paste it below. I'll try to get to as many as possible. All right, let's start with Vern. He says Kuzma isn't afraid of the moment. I agree 100%, man. If you follow me on Twitter, I was calling for him to get the final shots. I know he has an it factor, man. He showed it to us all season long. It was too close, and we were playing very sloppy basketball. But again, this is the difference. When you have a closer, somebody like Kuzma, even in his rookie season, Donovan Mitchell has been doing it for the Utah Jazz. You can go to him, and he's going to give you the best chance to win. I think we should have been going to him earlier in the season. This is probably like the third game that I've seen we've actually went to him, and so far I think he's like 3 for 3. He also closed that Boston Celtic game, and there was another game he closed. I forgot which one it was, but he's already closed at least 3 games. But I mean, he's been a huge part of many more. So, Kuzma should definitely be starting. But again, I don't understand why he's been coming off the bench when every time he starts, this is what you get out of him. I mean, it was a double-double, efficient night, and he just turns up the heat in the fourth quarter. Game over. He single-handedly put the Grizzlies away. What else do you want from a rookie? And I'm sorry for the neighbors. They're having a party next door. So sorry about the noise, guys. Dan, you can see we miss Hart and Ingram. We should have killed this team, definitely, man. But you know what? These are trap games because they just got embarrassed by a team. Was it last night or the night before? I'm not sure. By 60 points. They wanted to come back and try to kill the next team. So unfortunately, we were the next team on that list, and we're undermanned as well. But still, no excuses for the way we played the first 3 quarters. We played good in spurts, but then we go on dry spells. This is why we need a superstar, because when we do have one, when we go on these dry spells, we can go to him and get some production, either some playmaking or some scoring. So I love Kuzma, though, man. I absolutely love the kid. Kuzma starts and our bench suffers. That is true as well. But that's where, the season's pretty much going to be over. I believe we got like around 10 games or less left, and we got to address that in the offseason. We got to bolster our bench, especially if we get stars come. Well, by default, if we land LeBron and Paul George, somebody's going to have to go to the bench, either Julius or Kuz. Depends whichever. It might be Julius simply because Kuzma fits better with shooting around those guys, So when they drive and kick, you got to have some shooters out there, especially if Lonzo's out there and he's struggling on his shot. Hopefully not. But, man, so much to cover, guys. We do need to improve a lot, especially on our defense. It looked very anemic and we looked dead. We were letting Memphis just waltz in the paint again. We need some rim protection to address this offseason. Our rotation needs to, get better as well. I mean, we didn't even play Channing Frye. Good point there. I see you, Sabotage. But I think Travis Ware stepped in, gave us some, crucial minutes. I thought our bench did a decent job. Even Tyler Ennis was decent tonight. So I can't wait, guys, because this team is going to be so much better next season, especially if we land 1 to 2 All-Stars. Kuzma is the future. Brandon Ingram, future. Like I said, Lonzo Ball walking triple-double. People criticize his shooting, but he does so much more. When he plays like this and he took what the defense gave him, he makes our team better. When he forces stuff, he hurts our team. But any guard that forces anything hurts the team. So, Dan, did Brian play tonight? No, I believe they didn't recall him. He was in the G League. So, I'm not sure what's going on with that. But I hope to see him get some minutes before the season ends. Dan, is Paul George still coming? Heck yeah, bro. You gotta keep that belief. I believe he's coming. LA native. I mean, do you want to finish your career in Oklahoma City or come play for your hometown Lakers on a up-and-coming team that's only going to continue to get better? The Thunder, I don't see how much better they can get. They're pretty much capped out unless Carmelo opts out, and there's not much they can do. Their bench is not going to get them that far as we're going to witness in the playoffs, I believe. I could be wrong, but I believe so. So I rather, if I'm Paul George, I'm coming home, play in front of my family, a chance to be a hometown hero. If he wins a championship here, he's going to be immortalized forever. A championship here is worth 10 times whatever he gets in Oklahoma, because in Oklahoma, who's taking all the credit over there? It's going to be Russell Westbrook. So I pretty much feel like Paul George has had one shoe in LA all season long. You hear the interviews, you put everything together. We ended up on a high note, whooping the Thunder the last game they played here in Staples Center. So leaving with a good taste in his mouth. And I think he's coming. And somebody else, hopefully with him, But I'd be cool with just adding him and re-signing Randall. That'd be cool with me too because we got Kawhi, Clay, and a bunch of other good free agents coming up in 2019 as well. So I just can't wait, man. I can't wait to see what happens the rest of the season. Hopefully, this gets us going. We need a couple more wins. We'll see, man. We'll see how many more we can get. But if we can get, we're at 32 currently. We're 32 and 40. 3 more wins, and that's I'm sorry, 4 more wins, and that's a 10-game improvement from last year. Anything above that is just going to keep looking better and better. But Brook Lopez sucks. He sucks on defense, but he's been playing a lot better inside the paint. Tonight he didn't force too much, so he didn't hurt us. I actually like the way he's been playing lately. He looks like Brooklyn's Brook Lopez lately. Tonight he didn't have a hot game, but he didn't hurt us either. So other than defensively, we do need to replace Brook with a defensive center. And I think that'll happen this offseason, especially if LeBron or Paul George comes, then we can focus on getting the role players, Hey, what's up, Andrew? How you doing, bro? Welcome to the live stream. Lakers get a dub, baby. And that was a close one, man. It would have been upsetting to lose to this team, honestly. We would have hit rock bottom all over again. But, man, we desperately need Brandon Ingram back. Hopefully he's back for that Piston game because they're still fighting for their playoff lives, I believe. And that's going to be a scary game. They got Blake Griffin over there. Blake Griffin loves killing the Lakers, Andre Drummond. So we're going to play a two-headed monster over there. And we'll see what happens. Dan, keep KCP and Ennis? No, not Ennis. KCP, only if we strike out on free agents, I'd give him another one-year deal. But nothing more than that, honestly. Dan, I feel that if Lonzo brings the ball up all the time, then I feel that – okay, you didn't finish that one. Sorry, bro. Why am I having a buffering issue? I'm not sure, man. Is anybody else having that same issue? It looks like it's streaming pretty good on my end. I'm not sure, man. He is going to be back next game, hopefully, because they've been saying that 2 games ago, so hopefully he'll be ready. Dan, Luke almost blew the game. It's tough, man. I'm just glad he let Kuzma do his thing in the fourth quarter. I've been, clamoring for this the last couple of games, and I'm happy it finally happened. Laker Nation gets a chance to see what my vision is for this team. We need to have a closer. We need definite roles. And when Ingram was here, we knew he was our closer. But now that he's out, Kuzma should be the next one in line just because, he can do so many different things on the offensive end. Dan, did you say the season? Let me go up. That looked like an interesting comment. Oh, man, we got a live chat today. All right, Dan, did you say the season is over? It's not over, bro. We still have a shot for the playoffs. Look at the next games we have are winnable. If we win the next 4 games, we are 36 and 40. Thing is, Utah and those other teams would have to lose out, man, and I just don't see that happening. And I don't want to get you guys' hopes up. So it's good to root and have belief, but I think after this 4-game losing streak, I seriously believe it's over. I'd love to believe otherwise. If they go on a 4-game winning streak and Utah all of a sudden and these bottom, seed teams start losing, then maybe I'll start believing again. But I really feel like this is the end of our playoff hopes. I feel like if we get one more loss, it's a wrap. So I don't expect us to win out the rest of the season, especially the way that our rotations and injuries have gone. But if we do, hey, I hope so. I pray to God we do. That would be great. But either way, it's been a successful season, man. If we can get a couple of more wins, that's all I'm looking for, man. Anything close to 40, and I'm happy. If we get 39, I'll still be happy. 38, I'd be satisfied. 36, I'm content. 35, I kind of expected that or more. So anything below that, I'd be a little disappointed. But I think we should get close to 40, man. We have the talent. We have the talent. I just want 36 wins. Hey, I feel you, Showtime. That's not, too much to ask for. If we can get more towards like 38, 39 to 40, I'd be extremely happy. So we'll see what happens. I hate how Zubats plays. You know what, man? I don't know what happened to this kid. He was showing so much promise last season, and I feel like he regressed, unfortunately, man. I'd hate to say it because but the minutes he has gotten, he has underwhelmed. He looks slow on defense. He can't finish around the basket anymore. He gets blocked almost every time because he's a half step slow. I'm not sure what's going on. Dan, read my comment. All right, I'll try to scroll up, man, but if I don't find it, let me see what you said, bro. Okay, he said, Dan, I'm happy Luke let Kuzma handle the rock down the stretch. We have been eliminated out of the playoffs. It's official. Oh, it's official. Too bad. Well, it looks like it's official. Thanks, bro. I appreciate the comment. Yeah, again, it is what it is, man. It's a little disappointing. It always hurts to not make the playoffs. You're the Lakers, you're used to making the playoffs almost every season. So, it's a little sad. But at the end of the day, the future's bright. I feel like next season, if we stay healthy, we're basically guaranteed to make the playoffs if we continue this trend of continue to improve. We still got a lot of things to work on, man. I was watching this game and I was like, man, our pick and roll defense is atrocious. We get lost after one screen, and sometimes guys fall asleep, like they overhelp, or they'll be caught ball watching, and their guy gets open for a three. But again, screen and roll defense is bad. Rim protection is bad. Some of our guard play defense, like out on the perimeter, is bad. Like one first step and they blow right by you. So you gotta work on sliding your feet and keeping your hips low to the ground. That way you're able to slide your feet quicker and stuff like that. Fundamentals that they need to work on in the offseason. Our defense did improve vastly from last season, so I have even higher expectations, especially if we land Paul George, one of the top-notch defenders, for us to continue to improve. How do you think Lonzo did? I thought he did well today. I mean, that's all I expect from him. If your shot is not falling, be a threat in different areas, and that's what he did tonight. Again, triple-double threat. He didn't force too many shots. He forced a couple, but you know what? It's okay. Kuzma is a rookie who plays like a vet. Yes, he has Showtime. And you know what? There's another rookie in this draft class that came out like that. His name's Donovan Mitchell. So I feel like us and the Jazz got probably the top two rookie steals in this draft by far. And like I said, I'm dropping a video about that this week. Should be interesting. But I'm going to start dropping more like videos that have to do somewhat with the Lakers, but some that don't, because I want to hear other fans' opinions of my view of their players and stuff like that. So I can't wait for that. A lot of content coming about the Lakers this summer. I got you guys, But yeah, Lonzo Ball, he was a triple-double threat tonight. He didn't force too much. He actually attacked the rim a couple of times. I would like to see more of that aggression. I know he got blocked, but he'll learn how to counter, maybe hit him with the Rondo fake and watch them fly by, and then hit him with the little, layup, teardrop or whatever. But he's going to learn all those moves, man. I have no doubt. I've seen the way I watched Lonzo in high school. I watched him in college, and he continues to get better and better and better. Shooting-wise, he has regressed a little bit from college to the NBA level, but again, we knew there was going to be an adjustment, and he's going through that. He hit the brick wall. We saw a sample size of like 5 to 6 games where he shot lights out, so he's capable. He showed it to us. Now he just needs to work on it consistently. And again, a lot of that is balance. When he shoots off the dribble and he squares up, he needs to stop drifting to one side or the other because that throws off his shots. I've worked with shooting coaches before, and I know exactly what he's making a mistake on. Some of his shots are too flat as well. He might have to arc it a little bit. He doesn't need to, rebuild his whole shots, but he needs to tweak it a little bit so that the arc is higher on the shot. That'll give him a better chance of just splashing them, Steph Curry style, instead of, them rimming in off of the front rim or the back rim, You don't want flat shots. You want to get, a little bit of arc in your shot, a little bit of spin, ball rotation, all that good stuff. So they're going to have a chance to get him over the summer. That's when you see improvement. I did see that Lonzo mid-range jump shot. We need a lot more of that. But the league is really going away from that. You don't see a lot of mid-range shooters. I can name them, DeMar DeRozan, to name a few. And I'm not even going to go through that list right now because I don't feel like using my brain power, man. I'm chilling. But at the end of the day, the mid-range is something that guards need to learn to include because sometimes guys are closing out. All you need to do is take one dribble in and take the higher percentage bucket 2-point shot uncontested. Some of these guys, they'll wait for somebody to fly by, then they'll step back and take the 3-point shot. Momentum is going away from the basket. Therefore, your shot percentage, your shooting percentage decreases. So that's all I'm saying. Lonzo got 2 to 3 dunks too. Yep. But you can see his confidence is still low because on that breakaway, he would try to, put in a nice athletic dunk, and he just pretty much made sure he didn't rim it out or something. So his confidence is a little bit lower. I would like his confidence to get higher. I want him to try to yam those things. That's when they're playing, they're having fun, and they're just playing confidence. So John Press laughed my butt off. Yes, fam. He really has to get off these reality shows and work on being an all-star point guard for our team. He'll be fine, Dre. I think he'll be good, man. I think some people are too hard on Lonzo. It's cool to be critical when he plays like trash. Like the last game, he just settled way too much. But, give him his due tonight, close to a triple-double. That's all I expect from him. Impact the game on so many different levels because Brook Lopez is not a good rebounder. When we do get that center that rebounds good in Julius, we keep him, and let's say we get LeBron or PG. With Lonzo, our rebounding is going to increase even better. So Lonzo's just he's something else, man. All right, peace out, John Doe. I see you, bro. What happened to UCLA, Lonzo? You know what? We need him back. We need that confidence. It's all about swagger, man. All about swagger. Perhaps Lonzo should try an underhand free throw. Nah, don't say that. That's embarrassing, bro. Is that white dude the same guy from Summer League? Travis Ware, yes. Travis Ware was that dude from Summer League. He's not the other one. I forgot, Matt Thomas or something like that. But I'll take Travis Ware, man. I like him a lot. He's versatile. He can defend 4 of the 5. You know, he's a solid player. He can knock down shots. I like that. Dan, you need a laugh. Let me see here. Comments coming in hot, man. I might miss you. Oof, I lost you, bro. You said, Dan, read my comment. What's your thought on it? Grant Moore. I don't see you, bro. Yeah, I might be going blind. I don't see Grant Moore. Easy name to spot, too. Yeah, I might have lost it, man. My bad, bro. I might have lost your comment. My bad. John Doe, I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for the donation. You said Josh Hart might come back on Friday. Oof, that would be so great. We missed him so much. His slashing ability is something that's very underrated. We all know about his defense, his shot-making ability, but his slashing. Oh, how we've missed that tough guard that can finish through contact. We have missed it, man. How do you become a coach? Please read my comment. Let me see if I go up. Okay. How do you become a coach? You got to start from the bottom ranks, man. Some start elementary, some middle school, some high school. Yeah, you got to start from the bottom, build yourself up, I guess, and then maybe get promoted and eventually take, higher division coaching jobs and stuff. But I mean, there's a way. I'm no head coach, but I sure would love to be. There's so many fundamentals I could teach these young kids, man. Dan, I like the new stream quality. Thanks, man. Yeah, YouTube finally got his weight up because they were, man, my thing was lagging and everything. I had a good camera get in it. I couldn't understand why the quality was so bad, but I guess it was a YouTube problem, so I'm happy now. I tried again. Grant Moore, let me see you, bro. Let me see. I gotta look for your comment. There's so many comments, man. If I miss you guys, don't take offense. You can always leave it after the video streams. Dan, KCP and Josh Hart together sort of remind me of Byron Scott and Michael Cooper. You know what? I never got to see those guys play live, but I kind of see what you're talking about. I did see them through YouTube videos and stuff. Man, KCP to me, it's a little bit of an overrated defender. I do love the way he plays the passing lanes at times and his reads he makes defensively. But on ball, I see that he gets beat off the dribble a lot. Now, that's most of the NBA. I'm not really going to hold him for that. But most of the NBA now, first step dribbles gets past you, and they don't make the effort because of the hand checking rule to recover. So I get that. But yeah, man, I mean, I like both of the defenders in different ways. I feel like Josh Hart is a better on-ball defender than KCP. I think Josh Hart is our best defender. Really, really. In 1 year, I really do. Can you please read my comment? Let me go up. I'm reading your comment, man. Oof. So many comments, man. I'm sorry. Copy and paste your comment, bro, because I'm not going to be able to. He's great on ball, moves his feet faster than most. Yeah. And you know what? His IQ, especially off ball, I like it a lot. I like the way he plays. Sometimes he over gambles, but for the most part, he reads where the play is going to be at, and he tries to cut it off. So I do like that. I've always liked KCP's defense, but I felt I was underwhelmed earlier in the season by his offense and defense. Now he's starting to come along a little bit better. His shooting has been a lot more impressive, but he's streaky, man. Hey, Dan, once Lonzo gets his shot, he will be an immediate all-star. Did you see his mid-range jumper today? That's what he needs more of. Yeah, and he's shown flashes of it throughout the season here and there, that mid-range jumper, but he needs to consistently shoot that more, Dan, Lonzo played lockdown D in the fourth. Very underrated defender, Lonzo Ball is. I love his defense. That I'm always going to be on board with. Says here, congrats on the successful channel, Dan. It takes a lot of commitment to do this. Thanks, Brian, man. You know what? But I appreciate it, but I can't take all the credit. My girl has pushed me through it. Even the days that I was sick or whatever, she pushed me to keep being consistent. Consistency is key. And of course, the great Laker fan base make it so easy for me to just come on and share my thoughts, even through losses, man. This is like therapy to me, because before, when the Lakers used to lose, I'd be depressed like the whole next day, and it sucked, But now it's like I feel like I get a lot off of my chest. I have all you guys to talk to. I only used to have neighbors and friends. Now I got all you guys, man. One big family. And it's just so it's been a great experience for me, man, honestly. But thank you guys, man. Much love, Laker Nation. Yeah, that was a nice dunk in transition. I'm the same way. That's what's up, bro. You stream off season? If so, how often? You know what? I don't live stream a lot off season, but I'm going to try to, like, whenever something great happens for us. I know this off season is going to be packed with news. I'm coming to you guys as soon as it breaks. I try to break it first to you guys. And yes, I will be live streaming all the breaking news. I got a lot of actual videos like that, are not live, but videos like lists, power rankings, my favorite draft prospects, if we keep the pick, stuff like that. So I try to keep you guys entertained, because I know me as a Laker fan, before I made this channel, I used to look for so much content and I never found enough. I mean, you have Laker Film Room, Mike Laker Talk. You had so many cool Laker fans out there, but I just felt like I needed more. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to be that more for everybody that needs all the content they can get Lakers. That's what I try to be for you guys. So, but I appreciate the support, man. Hey, thanks, Grant. Appreciate you, dog. We deserve the credit. That's right. Yeah, you definitely do, man. This is all of our channel. We built this together. I try to make it as a community. That's why I do live streams over videos. I used to do videos, but I felt live streams just get you guys involved so much more, man. And it's just so much funner to get, my live reaction for you guys probably. And it's funner for me to read your guys' live comments, especially right after the games. You're coming in hot, fresh off of emotions. And, as the time goes, you cool down. But, man, much love, Laker Nation. You guys are the best, man. Dan, you going to play the new God of War? If I can afford a PS4 by then, sure. I don't have a PS4 at the moment. Hey, thank you, Mr. Incredible. I appreciate it. He says, I appreciate the pregame and postgame chats, Dan. # Lakers. Man, thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys, man. Much love. Even though playoff hopes are pretty much dead, always feel good to get a win. Yes, it does, man. You can never get tired of winning, even when the wins don't mean much. They mean a lot to the development of this young core. So even though, on the surface it doesn't look like the win means a lot, it does. You can see that Kuzma's confidence is going to go sky high after hitting these clutch shots, in a real NBA game where somebody's coming at you, especially on the road. Versus a tough team like Memphis is tough on the road. We hadn't won in years in Memphis. They had beat us like 7 times in a row in Memphis. So this was huge, man. Kuzma needs to work with Kobe to get even more better. And I think behind the scenes, I think he is, man. I think he's working all the time. Kuzma just seems like a hardworking kid, and I love it. Your lighting is a little dark today. Oh, man. I'll try to get that up, bro. I'm telling you, it's the new. Maybe it's just the. Let me try to adjust it right here. Maybe it's the angle. I'm not sure. Maybe if I move this way. How's that? How's that for you? A little bit better? All right. Yeah, I got to get myself better lighting and everything, man. That's why I'm working overtime trying to get this money. Bring you guys the best content that I can, But I appreciate all the input, guys. Kuzma likes the fourth quarter like Kobe. Yes, he does, Kevin. And you know what? He has a lot of similar traits. I love the footwork. I love that killer mentality he displays. I love that he's not afraid of the moment. He can play make as well, man. So he has all the tools to be a superstar in this league. Not just an all-star, a superstar. I mean, anybody who has this kind of an impact his rookie season. And mind you, he's been coming off the bench for the most part this season. So that's even more impressive. Imagine the kind of impact he'd be making on a different team where he was featured as a starter from day one, like other rookies. So I'm just saying this kid is more than impressive, man. More than impressive. I'm out, Dan. Good seeing you, bro. Be easy. All right, bro. Thanks for the donation. Thanks for the love. Appreciate you, man. God bless you. Have a good one. Kuzma like a young Horry with a touch of Clay. Not a bad comparison for sure. Still reminds me a lot of Carmelo because he can bang down low. He can stretch the floor. He has good footwork. He's an incredible player. Thank God for Kuzma. Thank God that we drafted him. Imagine if he was drafted by somebody else and would be killing it in the league. We would have been like, why didn't we take him? But I'm so happy, man. This might go down as one of the best drafts for the Lakers ever, and one of the drafts that turned the corner because it allowed us the flexibility to trade away Clarkson and Nance in order to clear more cap. It allowed us the flexibility to make moves because of how deep this draft was. All of a sudden Kuzma emerges out of nowhere. Now it's like, okay, he's a part of the young core. Then Josh Hart, and Lonzo. So just love it, man. Need to get a Kuzma jersey for sure, man. That's going to be the first jersey I buy probably. But like I said, still, I feel like I don't buy jerseys unless you really accomplish something major with the Lakers, because I feel like players get traded all the time. I almost bought a D'Angelo Russell jersey like the second year after we drafted him, and I thank God I didn't, because that would have been a waste of money. So as much as I love Kuzma, I'm going to wait till he actually becomes an all-star and starts, just impacting the Lakers towards getting us to the playoffs and doing more crucial things. I'm a team guy first. I don't tend to have favorites, but Kuzma has emerged as my favorite simply because he's just a great young dude, man. Dan, would you buy the Black Mamba City? Oh yeah, them jerseys are fire for reals. For reals, they're fire. I know which one you're talking about, bro. You can tell that Lonzo is a LeBron fan, not a Kobe fan. Why? Because he's very passive? Yes. He should have studied some of Kobe, because he has a very similar body to when Kobe first came in. I'm not saying he could have ever been the same type of player. That would be absurd to even talk about. But, I mean, he has similar athleticism. Not quite. Kobe was just jump out the gym athlete in his prime especially. But he has above average athleticism and a similar body, man. If he bulks up, he could have that Kobe-type body. I'm telling you, man, this kid is really, really good. You see Kuz talk to Lonzo when he was at the free throw line, and he's going to help Lonzo in the summertime. I already know it. I've called it, man. I've been saying it. I feel like Kuzma and Lonzo are going to work out together, and Lonzo's going to learn some of his offensive tactics. So nothing but the best, man. Dan, Kuzma is our second half scorer. I feel like he's been our biggest closer this season. It's a tie between him and Brandon Ingram, but I feel like they're both, A and B options to close for us, or at least they should be. Dan, Lonzo, Ingram, Randall are a lethal trio. Yes, they will be for years to come, man. What happened to Zoo and not getting playing time? Well, I mean, he's gotten a little bit more playing time, and I'm not exactly pleased with what I've seen from him. When he first started getting playing time, he looked phenomenal. He had some nice games, but he's kind of fell off a little bit. It's almost like he gets complacent and starts settling because he's getting the playing time, So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Kuz, but he's had a disappointing season. Hopefully he can bounce back next season. I would love to see him continue to develop and get better, because he's a big body with a soft touch, and I think he's a capable mid-range shooter. So, where is it? He had a sore hip, so I guess he's re-aggravating his injury. So that's not good news for him or for the Lakers, because we miss his bench production, honestly, when he plays good. But it is what it is. I'm not sold on Zubac. Seems like he's not focused. I don't know what it is about him, and I can't quite put the finger, but he's a lot less impressive than he was last season. Missed the game. How was our D today? Not that great, although we did show up in spurts. But, yeah, we desperately need to improve that. So, yeah, this offseason we have some work to do, both work-wise and adding defensive pieces, especially in the post. It is hurt. He'll be out for 2 games, maybe even more, because, when they say 2 games, it ends up being like 5 or 6. So it is going to have to get surgery. Man, that's unfortunate for him. You got to feel for the guy. No matter if you like or hate him, you got to feel for somebody who plays so hard. I mean, he's always on the ground after every play he drives to the basket. So he plays so hard, and I respect the little man. I do. I truly do. I don't think, you know what, Aaron? A lot of people are saying Lonzo needs to change his shot, but I feel like he just needs to tweak it. I don't feel like it's a whole change. A whole change could have disastrous consequences, just like Markelle Fultz's shot. They changed his shot up, and look, he was a decent shooter in college. Some might even say he was a good shooter. And he went from that to not being able to hit the side of a barn. So it's tough, man. It's tough changing a whole shot that you've been shooting your whole life. He can, however, tweak that shot. If I was the Lakers, I'd call Kevin Martin. He has a very similar jumper shot, and maybe he can work with him over the summer. If he can become that kind of shooter, although Kevin Martin was a better set shooter, he was not an off-the-dribble guy, but still, anything helps. They have very similar shots. Maybe he could teach him the secrets to tweaking it and getting it better. For me, it's arc and ballads, with your body and your core. You gotta make sure your toes are pointing towards the rim. You gotta make sure you're not drifting to the side or front or back. When that increases the percentages to your jumper. So little things like that, if he works on it, he already showed he's capable of shooting. I definitely would not change his whole shot. To risk what happened to Markel Fultz would be a travesty if it happens to Lonzo. Just saying. Dan, Isaiah Thomas will not be re-signed. Just too bad of an injury and too small. He needs his speed, in which I'm not sure he'll get back. Yeah, I've been saying the same thing. I don't think he's going to get re-signed, especially after he said he didn't want to come off the bench. So yeah, that ship kind of sailed. I was liking with his production early on, his first like 5, 6, 7 games, but then he kind of started trying to stat pat and play for that contract, and I didn't like that at all. So yeah, it doesn't. I don't think Magic will bring him back. I would be shocked if he comes back. However, if he comes back on a cheaper deal and he's able to recover and be the old Isaiah Thomas, that could be a dangerous weapon for us to have off the bench. I don't see Walton as our future head coach. We need toughness and smarter IQ. Well, I mean, you could be onto something there, Paco, but a lot of that's going to depend on free agents. If free agents like him, he's staying. If they don't, then they might have to accommodate potential LeBron, a Boogie, or a Paul George, Dan, if you had to attach Kuzma, B.I. Ball, or Randall to Deng's contract in a trade, who would you pick? Ooh, I wouldn't attach neither of those. That's too much. I'd rather stretch Lil Deng. The only thing I'm attaching is a draft pick, maybe a couple of draft picks. I wouldn't even – you know what? It's hard for me to even give up Josh Hart, knowing that he could be a crucial piece to a playoff run in the future. That would be hard, so I don't know. Dan, old timers. Did you see Van Exel? He has aged. No, I have not seen him, man. I have not seen Nick. It seems like the players like Luke, though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I haven't really campaigned for him to be fired. There was a couple of games when I went off on him a little bit because he just frustrated the crap out of me. But in all seriousness, it looks like Luke can improve. He doesn't seem like too much of a hardhead type coach. I just feel like this year, Magic and Rob are sitting back and letting him do his thing. Next year, they might have to step in and change his mentality. You might have to tell Luke, hey, go to Kuzma in the fourth quarter because you see what he's capable of, any coach can be a little bit stubborn, but once they see results, they have to change for the better and be, flexible coaches. That's what makes the best coaches the best, Even Greg Popovich changed his coaching philosophy with his coaching philosophy with LaMarcus Aldridge. He said that he was being too strict on him the first year, and LaMarcus wanted out because he wasn't happy with his role. However, he gave him more freedom and flexibility and just be himself. And now LaMarcus has been killing it on the Spurs. So, any coach that's a great coach has the ability to put his ego to the side and say, well, this is not working. Let's try it a different way. That's what Luke needs to do. So, Dan, do you think Kuz is untouchable on any trades? I wouldn't trade him personally unless you're getting a superstar like Giannis or something like that you can't say no to, or Anthony Davis or something like that. But personally, I'd rather keep Kuzma. You see the potential. You see what the kid can do. He's doing this in his rookie season. Remember, he's only 22. He's going to continue to get better. Imagine how good he's going to be when he's 25. Well, you could be trading away a superstar, man. You don't want to do that. Let me ask you guys one question. The people that are open to trading these young kids, who in the league has a running jump hook the way Kuzma can do that? That's old school, man. This guy studies tape. You want that kind of student, that kind of player that's who knows what kind of film he's been studying to. Nobody in the league has that running jump hook like Kuzma has in his rookie season. Now imagine if he continues to study film, if he has that work ethic and that hunger, imagine what he's going to do year 2. Who's he going to learn from? Year 3, year 4. Kobe continued to learn even in his 10th season, So anything's possible, man. Nobody has that running jump hook with the right and the left that Kuzma has. So why would you want to trade something like that, man? That's special. Why trade Kuz star potential? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Hey, appreciate you, Kenneth. I see you, bro. He said, we started bad. The refs were bad. Luke clawed us back to this win. Give him credit when credit is due. I gave him credit earlier. Thanks for the donation, bro. I appreciate it. I gave him credit earlier, man. I said, you know what? I give him credit for going to Kuzma in the fourth quarter. He finally did it. So, yes, I did give him credit. I thought he called timeouts at the right times tonight. You know, he saves some for the ends. Most of the time, he burns them all like in the second or third quarter. I'm sorry, in the third quarter. So tonight, he called the right timeouts and he put in the right people. But I think only by default because Isaiah Thomas and other guys were out. But I was glad that we didn't have to deal with the Tyler Ennis Isaiah combo. I was glad that he let Kuz do his thing. So yeah, credit where credit is due. Ben Simmons has a little hook shot. Yeah, Ben Simmons is a special player. So you just compared one special player to another. We can't take that away from him. Ben Simmons is going to be special. Did you see that bounce pass he had tonight? If you guys didn't, tweet that, look it up, Google it, YouTube it, whatever. Ben Simmons is a very Magic Johnson-esque type player. Pass first, but he can rebound. He can, go coast to coast in transition. If he ever adds that jumper, we might be looking at the next LeBron. And that's coming from a Laker fan, so that tells you everything. But yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. You just compared Kyle Kuzma to maybe one other player, but honestly, I've never seen that running hook from Ben consistently. You might have seen it a couple of times. Kuzma has been hitting it consistently. He attempts at least one or two, every 2 to 3 games. I've seen him hit it consistently, man. I'm saying Kuzma's special, man. Dan, read my comment. Malibu family, my dog. Let me go see his comment. Let's see. He said, let me see. How far up did you go, bro? Let me see. All right. He said, Dan, sadly, I think Zubats will be gone this season and Bryant will see more minutes, potentially packaged with Dang. Well, if that's what it takes to package Dang, I'd gladly do it. We can afford to give up Zubats to package Dang. That's more realistic. If we have to give up Zoo and a draft pick, that's more realistic than giving up, Brandon Ingram, Kuzma, Lonzo, or something crazy like that. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Hey, thank you, bro. I appreciate it, Soul. Shout out to you, bro. I love everyone in our young core. Me too, man. Trust me. Trust me with that. He said, I love everyone in our young core because they all work hard and are all gym rats. That's true. That's what it looks like to me, too. Dan, I'm watching this from Hong Kong. Shout out to Hong Kong. Thank you, brother. Appreciate the love, man. He said, Kuzma doesn't have Giannis or Davis potential. Let's not be biased. I mean, how do we know that? Is it because he's not a freshman coming out of college? I don't know, man. You don't know. Look, Giannis or Kuzma weren't putting up the numbers. Giannis or Anthony Davis weren't putting up the numbers Kuzma is in his rookie season. And Kuzma hasn't even been like the third or fourth option. He's been coming off the bench for the most part. So we can't say what the ceiling is on this kid. Right now it's untapped. He has untapped potential. And anybody who has the ability to take over games in the rookie season, you got to circle. Same thing with Donovan Mitchell. You got to circle them and be like, whoa, this kid is going to be scary 2 to 3 years. So let's not put him in a bottle and say he's going to be less than this and this and this. I understand that those players are amazing to watch now, and some people might be impatient, but you just never know. Dan, you're going worldwide. It's not me, man. It's the brand. It's Laker Nation, baby. They're worldwide, baby. We're all worldwide. Best Laker fans in the world. By far. Yeah, Kuzma is good now. That's what I'm saying. Dan listening to corridos. Not even me, bro. That's my neighbors, for reals. But they're good neighbors, man. They're pretty good neighbors. About time, huh? Oh, sidewalk. I see you, bro. Yeah, man. We needed this dub seriously. But give me 1 second, guys. We're going to go
8:30.
At 8:30? Okay. All right. Looks like that's going to cut it for me, guys. Looks like I have to run to work right now. Like I said, I've been busy, man, trying to get these bills, trying to get that paper. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. It's actually going to be a good night. Any night the Lakers win brings joy to me. I hope it does the same to you guys. You guys bring joy to me as well. So thank you guys for that, man. Catch you guys later. We face the Detroit Pistons on Monday. See you guys pregame, man. Much love, Laker Nation. Comment, like, subscribe. Peace out.